Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La Land. I'm so excited to welcome to the show Hunter Payton. He just wrapped a great new feature. You're an award-winning SAG actor. How did you figure it all out? How old are you?
I am 14 now.
Wow, what?
Yeah.
What?
I started when I was, I think, 6 or 5. It all started actually with my mom used to be an actor, so I kind of saw that, and I was always a fan of like watching like classic movies, stuff like that, and I've always wanted to try it out. So my mom was like, so I came up to my mom one day and I was like, I want to be an actor. How do we do this? And she's like, okay, sure, yeah, sounds great. Well, so she took me to an acting class, and if I liked it, I would have kept going, and I ended up loving it, and I've just been going since then.
Wow. So tell us about the feature you just finished with Jake Paul.
Yes, I just finished a movie. It's called A Genies Tale. It's with Disney's Laura Marano, Jake Paul, and the Farley brothers. Wow. And I play a bully, Ryder. So, which is very different from how I actually am, you know, and it's really interesting because that's one of the first bully roles I've ever done. So it's really interesting to just be able to get into that mindset and be like, all right, I'm not like this at all, but let's try it. And I was bullied at a young age, so I kind of channeled that and I put that into my work. And it's actually a really great movie. I love it. It's got great comedy. It's about this genie lamp is dug up by this puppy, which is of the main character. And the kid on his birthday uses a wish. And the genie ends up going into the dog. And he has to grant his wishes to get his like quota kind of done. Yeah. But he can't because inside the dog is so hard for him to grant wishes. So they keep on messing up, get all crazy. And it just becomes this whole like crazy chaotic movie, and it's so fun.
Sounds so fun.
What a great story.
Yeah.
Who came up with the story?
Some really good writers.
Yeah, really good writers, yeah. I'm trying to remember. Like,
Yeah, it sounds like a
I'm
great
so scatterbrained today, but yeah.
Well, you've been a part of some really fun projects. We have a look at Keeping Up with the Joneses.
Yes.
It's complicated.
You ask me, sometimes girls are more trouble than they're worth. I'm not gonna like girls until I'm 13.
What's that?
Just my app idea.
Your app idea?
Yeah. The dinosaur one you told me about got me thinking, and I thought it'd be cool if you could have a pet dinosaur.
That is cool.
It's like those other Electron pet games, but with a dinosaur. First, you watch over the egg, and once it hatches, you have to feed and care for him as he grows up.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Too bad I can't actually make it, though.
Why not?
I don't know how.
Well, it's not so much complicated as it is time-consuming. You just have to have patience and a good eye for detail. And those are both qualities that you have.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Think so?
Of course I do. In fact, I could probably teach you the basics of design.
Really? That'd be great.
That's gonna have to wait for another occasion, your mom's here.
On the same team. Bye, Mr. J. See you tomorrow.
Later, Patrick.
Moses Unplugged, and that had such a good message, and you were so good in that. So tell us about that film.
Yeah, so that was a little while ago. It was one of the first like big things where I was like, oh my God, I'm finally like doing this stuff. This is so exciting for me. And I really just love the message of the movie. Basically the storyline is this couple is kind of getting separated because of electronics and their work. And they have this idea that whenever they get home, they grab all their electronics and put it in this like little like cake kind of like a container, and they just go unplugged for the whole day just to really bond. They play board games and they just connect because they value each other. They realize to value like more like their life and not like materialistic things. And I think it's just a really cool message.
And they survived.
Yeah.
They survived. Wow. That is the reveal.
And they did it.
Tell us a little bit about your necklace and what that
yes,
means
this
to you.
is actually a necklace made by Kate Mesta, and they're custom jewelry necklaces, and she is just one of the coolest people you ever meet. Aww. And this is one of my mottos: be the best version of yourself. And on my platform, I like to do a lot of like inspirational quotes, like just really positive stuff. So this is one of my favorite quotes. Yeah.
So at the beginning of the show, we talked a lot about, you know, we all have those moments where we're kind of spiraling in our mind.
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do to get yourself shifted out of that?
For me, I have this motto where it could always be worse. I take a moment to step back and realize how fortunate I am, how I have a roof over my head. I have amazing family, friends, opportunities that I'm given. And it really just, it makes me more appreciative and it makes me happier. And another thing I do is parkour, which is like stunt gymnastics, stuff like that. That's really important for me because it clears my mind. It's something that I've always done from a young age. And just surrounding myself with good people.
So you're kind of a stunt man.
Just a little bit. Yeah, I'm just a dad.
Do you do your own stunts?
Yes. In one of the movies that I did, Who's Driving Doug, where I had to be a young RJ Mitty and pretend I had muscular dystrophy. So I had to be in a wheelchair. I had to go down this huge hill in a wheelchair. The only thing that was saving me was like a cord that was attached to a truck on the other side. Wow. So I had to go roll all the way down on a wheelchair that I'm strapped into. So I had to balance myself out, and also I had to fall into a pool from a wheelchair and have my eyes completely open, fall in, and just like kind of sink a little bit. Yeah. So all in real time, like no cuts.
What was that experience like for you?
It's one of the most fun things I've ever done. Like, my mom was in the side like freaking out, but I had so much fun doing because I've always just loved like the adrenaline rush of like just adrenaline rush in general, like roller coasters, doing stunts and stuff like that. So it's always been like my little calling. So yeah.
I love that.
Rumor has you also love dinosaurs.
Yes, I want to be a paleontologist for.
Really?
I'm going to go to college for paleontology.
Wow.
So I'm kind of studying up right now. I love acting, paleontology. My nickname in school was the Dinosaur Encyclopedia because I knew everything about dinosaurs. So
I feel like there's a role in Jurassic Park, the next one.
I wish, right?
That's like an ideal role. Yeah.
That would be so amazing.
Look out, Chris Pratt.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So what would you say to the teenagers out there that don't understand that they're so into their friends, they're so into kind of that traditional social thing? What would you say to them that they probably don't know because they probably don't understand like the lifestyle of all this, business and whatever else?
Yeah.
What would you say is kind of a secret or something you could tell them that they probably don't understand about it?
A secret that I could tell them is, well, one, having a positive mindset is so important. It's one of the most important things you can have, just not even like business, but in just life in general. Because if you're coming at this role and you get this role and you're like, I'm probably not going to do it, or I'm probably not going to be able to book it, you're already going in there with a terrible mindset. But if you go in there like, I'm going to give it my best shot, I can do this. What they need, I got this. If you go in with that mindset in just anything, you will have a great outcome and stuff like that. And one of the sayings that goes into my parkour gym that I work at is, if you say that you can't do it, you're probably right. But if you say you can do it, you're probably right as well.
Absolutely.
It's saying that you can do it is what really motivates you.
Man,
So
we're
wise.
best friends now. You do realize
Oh yeah, totally.
we have to hang out. Apparently.
I love that. So what are you doing this week? What's your week look like?
This week, I have a few auditions planned up. I actually have a self-tape going later today, so I'm really excited about that. And just catching up on school, parkour classes, which, I'm going back to because I was sick for a week. So I'm finally recovered from that, going back to parkour. Practicing up on lines, school, because I like getting way ahead of school, so I just have a few free days to just like practice lines. So yeah.
What's online school like for you? Was that a big transition?
Well, I used to be in a private school for I think up until a few, like grade 1, grade 2. I'm not sure, but I was bullied a lot in school. The reason for that was I was very enthusiastic, very outgoing, and I just wanted to make everybody feel happy. I just loved going out, being a total goofball, just joking, whatever. Yeah, how dare I? But I also hung out with the kids who were considered the weird kids, which I really didn't think at all. But they were considered like the bullied kids, and they were the best people to me because they were so real. They were so not superficial, and I was bullied for it. So there was multiple occasions where I protected them and I helped them out, and they're doing great now. And I just had to leave because the bullying got to a point where it was so bad.
Wow.
And I took that power, that emotional feeling, and I put it into something positive. I put it into acting. I put that feeling, that experience of knowing what it's like into my work. I turned a negative into a positive, and I think that's really what made me.
Alchemist.
Yeah.
Alchemist,
Yeah.
All right, I like it.
If you ever have any issues, you give me a call, man. I got your back.
Yeah,
on
we
that.
got some people.
I will show
our
up at the
people
school.
will-
That's right.
So what would you say to the kids out there though who are being bullied right now?
I would say just keep your chin up and remember there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It will get better. You just have to remember to keep positive, just keep going. Don't let them tell you who you are, because for me personally, I don't really worry too much about what other people think of me, really, because deep down I know, like, this person may think I'm like a terrible person, but deep down I know that I am a good person. I know that I'm positive. I know all that. So just don't listen to what other people say. Listen to yourself. Listen to your heart. And that's really important.
Love that, man.
We're so glad that you listened to yours and you're living your best life as the best version of yourself. Tell everyone where they can find and follow your journey.
Yes, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at @TheHunterPayton, and also YouTube. So yeah.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much.
Stay tuned. We'll
Awesome.
back with more. And good
Thank
morning.
you so much.
So rad.